Oh, damn, it's been a long time. Yo, we took a bit of a player's holiday, a full week off. So now I'm feeling a little fresh and rejuvenated.
You stretch the most joints.
Yeah, man. You know, you can hear them bones pop a little bit.
Yeah,
That's all right, though, because it's chock full of geeky goodness. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Hello, nerds, and welcome to GeekBeast, part of the Geekish Network. This is your daily rundown of geek news from geeks that look like me, geeks that look like you. Yo, and geeks that, look at my man over here looking like an assassin. My man's hair's all slicked back in ponytail. And you about to like appear out the shadows and be like, tell me where the girl is. Yo, my man Chuck, what's cracking, baby? How you doing?
I'm doing well. What's up, everyone? What's going on?
Yo, it's good to see you. Listen, just like you all out there in the geek space, I haven't seen my dude Chuck in a minute, man. So how have you been, Mr. Player's Holiday?
I've been good, just busy working as usual, but it's been good, relaxing, occasionally going out enjoying the pool, poolside hanging out, but good.
Yeah, you look like you just came out the pool. He looked like he came out the water like this.
I wish I just came out the
pool. And then the dreads just kind of just laid back. The locks laid back.
Came out the pool. Right?
Hey, so listen, if you're new to the show, we cover the geek news beat and we share our opinions with you. As you can see, we're a bit in clown mode and we are highly melanated. So we're going to give you a viewpoint that's going to be a little bit different than what you see on your daily news feeds, be it Twitter, or Twitch, or YouTube, or Facebook, and all of that. We're going to give it to you raw. With that being said, yo, man, let's get started. Breaking news.
Let's do it.
All right. So I am absolutely going to butcher this name. Let me go ahead and tell you that up front.
Butcher the name.
I believe his name is pronounced Nkute Gatwa.
Yeah,
Maybe.
Nkute Gatwa. Mm-hmm.
Okay, Nkute Gatwa. This thespian, this actor is going to be the new Doctor Who, the 14th Doctor Who to be exact. So the BBC, right? Yeah. So he's going to take over the role in 2023. So the Scottish actor previously played Eric Effiong. I think that's the name. Effiong, yes. Eric Effiong in Netflix comedy series Sex Education, and will also star alongside Margot Robbie in the upcoming Barbie movie. So Gatwa will be the first Black man to play the Doctor, a role that has been passed around to different characters and actors, passed around to different actors since Doctor Who first debuted in 1963. Hey man, we got a brother in the mix. I mean, we had a lady as the last previous Doctor Who, and caused a bit of some conversation regarding it being the first time we had a woman character regarding the role, and now it seems like we're expanding the universe to include a Black man. How you feeling about this, fam?
I'm excited about it, actually. I find him to be a fascinating and funny character, and most of the stuff he plays. Sex Education, he crushed it. He crushed in Sex Education.
Really? I'm not privy to Sex Education. What's going on with that?
So Sex Education is about a kid whose mother is a sex therapist. Okay. And she's trying to encourage her son to have sex. And he plays the son's best friend. He's the son's best friend who actually comes out to his parents. Okay. All right. Nice. Okay. Yeah, this is all new property, so I'm trying to soak it all in. I think Nkute Gatwa is gay. I think he is gay in real life, and he comes out to his African parents in the show, and he's hilarious in the whole entire show. He is silly and hilarious in the show.
All right, so it's definitely one of those. I'm put it like this: it's one of those shows that you would recommend we check out at least a couple of episodes. Before we jump into Doctor Who.
I think it's definitely a show you should check out before Doctor Who, so you can get to know who the characters are. You can see this brother acting; he acts his ass off.
Hey, that's all that matters is the chops, right? That's all that matters.
He's dope. He's dope in it. He'll have you laughing and rolling. So I'm really curious what he's like as Doctor Who, because he has a Scottish accent too.
That's going to be interesting. Yeah.
That's gonna be
Okay.
interesting.
All right. What don't matter as long as the character's interested. All right. Speaking of interesting, all right. So we had a little bit of crosstalk regarding Pod Squatch, and that was one of the questions that they brought up. Was talking about Doctor Who and like what this could mean to the franchise as a whole, what it could mean to the Geek Space community. I gave my little quick opinion on what I thought it would bring to the Geek Space community. How do you feel this is going to affect the community at large? Or even as niche down as the community that looks like us.
It's going to bring in Black people to watch Doctor Who. There's only a handful of us. I've been to a Doctor Who convention, and I can count the Black people on one hand. Like literally, it's probably on both hands. It's probably like 10 people. A lot of people don't like Doctor Who because Doctor Who is low production value. It was on BBC. It was public television, and they used whatever they had around them. So they put a plunger onto a robot, a trash can, and made it a robot. They made the fake dog. So these are characters people don't understand. They come out of the 70s and 80s, and they just updated them as time has gone on. But they made them very, very cheap. It was just a cheap show the BBC showed, and people fell in love with it. It's like a campy little show. It's always dark. People always die in Doctor Who. That's what people don't understand. Lots of people die in Doctor Who. There's a lot of casualties, and the Doctors is so good. It's so good. I love Doctor Who.
I'm gonna have to jump back in. I do remember watching it as a kid. It's really that old. Like I was like damn near a kid. When first I kind of like when it first debuted. Actually, it's older than me. What am I talking about? It came out in like the 60s, right? If I remember. So it came out. It came out in the 60s, 1963. When I was a kid, I do remember seeing like like the production value being like pretty campy, right? And like the overall premise of Doctor Who is about a dimensional being, right? That hops into other beings and helps to, I guess, save the galaxy, universe, dimension, or
Time Lord
explore.
is reincarnated. He does something, an event to save the whole entire universe, and reincarnates himself or herself.
Okay.
It's called Time Lord.
It's the Rick and Morty effect where anything is possible in any type of universe. So it gives an easy out for the campy look in the 60s, because you can always just blame it on that's just what the tech was like in that particular universe. So cool little easy out. I'm gonna try to check it out. But
you understand?
Go ahead.
Doctor Who has so many breakout shows from it, like K9. They have a bunch of shows that just come off of Doctor Who. The viewership is so big, and it's so many different types of spin-offs. So I'm excited about it. Hopefully this Doctor Who sticks the landing and people follow this Doctor Who, and it grows into something else as well.
All right. Well, I'm definitely going to be checking for it. I love to see old projects get reimagined, and it never hurts to reimagine it with people that look a little bit different than the norm. Onward and forward. I know we talked about this a little briefly not too long ago regarding Avatar, right? Now I'm not talking about Aang and his people riding on Appa. I'm talking about the blue people. The blue people version of Dances with Wolves in Water. So the first trailer came out maybe like a week ago, right? Not even that. It came out during the debut of oh my gosh, Doctor Strange, right? Have you seen it?
Yep.
Seen the trailer?
Yes, I have seen the trailer.
Okay.
I have seen the trailer.
Listen, I know the last time we talked about it, and we didn't dump on it, but we were just talking about like it's such a big, large time chunk from the last time we were introduced into the world of Pandora to how it is now, that it might be a bit of a challenge regarding some of like the special effects, the visuals, maybe even story in general. I got to admit, man, I saw the trailer and I was a little excited, man. I wasn't expecting it. I saw it while I went to see Multiverse of Madness, so I saw it on the big screen, and I was like, damn, Cameron still got it. Am I overreaching?
No, he has it. I mean, he likes cutting edge technology. He doesn't launch something until it's ready. He's like, oh, this movie can wait. This movie can wait until the technology catches up.
Yeah. So, all right, in case you're, been living under a rock, so while Jake and I forgot the other blue lady's name, Natri, make their return in the Way of the Water first trailer, this time around, it isn't just the two of them. So in the time between the first film and The Way of the Water, Jake and Natri had kids. They should be grown by now. It's been such a long time. And there are a number of shots in the trailer drawing attention to how the growth of the Na'vi families will be important to the movie's story. In addition to Na'vi child, the trailer also features shots of Jake and Mitri caring for a seemingly human one who has to wear a special mask in order to survive on the planet. It's looking like your man Cameron is taking the Vin Diesel approach. It's all about family.
He probably is. I'm curious because they introduced a new tribe, the Water Tribe, and them having kids I find to be very weird.
Yeah, well, that, and then add to the fact that there is seemingly, at least it appears to be, another human child that may be a part of the family as well. I'm sure, obviously the story's going to do a good job explaining it. It does make me kind of like scratch my head. So I guess it's interesting in the fact that Jake could never completely leave his human side. I guess
he can't leave his human body, and so they made reproductive organs, and he was able to use it and make it work the way Na'vi does.
Well, how the old one ended, they went to the tree where they did all the cool little dancing and they were doing all the little swaying, the little Na'vi sway, and they had a way to transfer your consciousness into another body at the very end. And at the very end, they are doing that to Jake in his human form. And then we are left at if I remember right, the last scene is him like opening his eyes in his new avatar body. And it implies that the transfer worked. So I'm guessing like what they harvest his old corpse human body for semen and stored it someplace, and
that's it, right?
I don't know. It seems a little weird, but
I don't know. It's kind of weird. Yeah.
You know what I'm looking for? Go ahead.
I wish they would killed him at the end of the last movie, and she lived and she had to survive without him. And it tells that story of her and her tribe, and her time with Jake, and how her hate for this race of people that come to her planet to actually, pillage her planet.
Well, apparently from what I've seen in the trailer, it seems like it may be water under the bridge because the native Na'vi were still toting pistols and bulletproof vests. So the Connect is still making money on the planet of Pandora. Somebody's still over there getting broke off. Yeah, because they look like they had some good tech, man. They look like they came to kick those and count bodies.
They did. So I'm really curious about what this is gonna look like. They showed us the Na'vi that in the water. You come to Disney World in the Flight of Pandora, you could actually see them. Excuse me.
I didn't know that. All right,
they have that Disney ride is amazing. It's amazing.
Well, you're inspiring me to want to get my Na'vi, my Na'vi on.
You walking up the tree of Pandora. You see the floating islands in the air and everything.
Oh, that's dope.
It's going into the ride. That is the cue going into the ride.
Oh, that's cool. You're selling me on that one. Okay. Hey, take a quick small little GeekBeast commercial break. Hey, listen, if this is your first time hanging out with us, or you happen to be watching this on your restream, one of the great things about this show is that you got access to us. You just hop in, ask a couple of questions in the chat, and we will answer you because we get a kick out of geeking out, and there is nothing better than finding somebody geeking out with us and showing us a different angle. So by all means, please hop in. And huge shout out to who's this? Miss K May saying hi all. Yo, what's going on? Thank you so much for hanging out.
Miss K May.
Yo, huge shout out to the funk. Flight of Passage is rad. What is Flight of Passage? That's the name of the ride.
Yeah, like Animal Kingdom. It's in Animal Kingdom.
Okay. Okay. All right. It's been a while since I've been, so I'm starting to connect the dots regarding where this ride is and stuff. All right, might as well jump all in. Speaking of jumping in, is Marvel. Marvel's been kicking down doors. They just got done releasing Multiverse of Madness, which has had some interesting reviews. We just closed out Moon Knight, which had some interesting reviews. If you want to see a very, very good one, please make sure you check out Binge, where they just recently did a review for Moon Knight. And how did it go? What was the score? Or do you want me to just keep that a bit of a secret for some of our viewers?
I had to miss the show because I had to do work, but I think they gave it. I think Courtney and Randy both moved their score up. So Travis came in with a full binge worthy.
Really?
Yeah, Travis came with a full binge out. and I think they came up like mini meals, and he had
Really?
Courtney said she said it was a bingeable show after Travis convinced her, so he made her
nice.
And,
Yo, see,
I think Randy went to a full meal.
Nice. Nice. See, that's one of the beautiful things about the Binge-Worthy Show. I'm doing a quick plug for them because it's a really good show. And you get a chance to let the members of the Binge-Worthy team binge a show for you for the entire week, so you don't have to. And the great thing that's really unique about this show that is amazing is that they give a score in the beginning, and then they argue with one another and try to convince each other why the show sucks or why it should reach legendary status, and everybody is allowed to change their score. So you just saw a great example of that. Please check out Binge-Worthy.
Tomorrow, boy, I got some choice words. From Wednesday, I got some choice words for Wednesday.
Oh, well, there we go. Even more reason for it to be must-see television. Yo, but we'll hop right back full circle to the Marvel train because they had another project drop another promo. This is actually going to be an additional promo for Miss Marvel's new series that's coming out on Disney Plus. The first one made a lot of waves regarding some of the changing of the main character's superpower. So the powers regarding some of the retorts from the people that have created the show. They said her powers were being reworked for the show. So Kamala, who is the name of the central character, doesn't appear to have latent human DNA. She just found a pair of cosmic bands to put on her wrist. And this is, I believe, their way of explaining why she doesn't have like the Fantastic Four Reed Richards, gummy arms, Luffy from One Piece kind of powers. So where or whatever they're from is a mystery, but they allow her to create energy constructs, which includes a big fish to punch people and the ability to stretch her body. I think somebody had alluded to the fact that they may be like power bands. There's also maybe a relationship between the bracelets that she's wearing and the bracelets that Shang-Chi was using. So we don't really know all the details. I know this is a very hush-hush project for you, Chuck, but just regarding not the details, but just how you felt when watching the trailer, how'd you feel?
I feel good about it. I mean, I don't think things have to stay true to comic books. I think I want the most cinematic experience they can make. And if her comic book powers aren't enough to carry her when she enters the movie universe, when she hops into a film, because you got to think who she's hopping in the film with, right? Doctor Strange, America. So you need to balance her powers out somehow. There's a lot of powerful people in the Marvel universe. I mean, you got Kang the Conqueror and Loki to think about. Yeah. So if she was just Reed Richards, I probably wouldn't care for her.
That's a very good point. There's already a Reed Richards who is widely more popular.
Is tough right now. So I didn't think they made Katie Bishop as powerful as they should have made her. So yeah, it's gonna be really interesting. Okay.
So beyond the glimpses of Kamala's powers, we get a little more of her family and friends, such as her best friend Bruno, her mother Muniba Khan, and there's even a little tease of another teen hero joining the fray in the vigilante Red Dagger, played by Into the Badlands, Aramis Knight. Yo, you referenced Into the Badlands, so I'm already interested in that because that series was so OP and way ahead of its time.
Oh man,
it's a shame that it canceled. So good, Into the Badlands was so good. God, so I can't believe.
That's why we don't deserve great television.
That's why, man.
That is why we don't deserve great television.
Dog, every week you saw something dope in Enter the Badlands. I'm talking about something
every episode.
Every episode, man. Every episode. Like they was coming with it. It's probably some of the most top-notch, consistently good fight choreography of any series I've seen, bar none.
It was great television.
That's how consistent the fight scenes and choreography. And it was a great, interesting story too. It was a lot of fun. Golly, please bring that back. # bring back Into the Badlands.
Writing producer said better than Warrior. Yes.
Yeah. No, Warrior is good, and that's saying a lot. That's saying a lot. Warrior is really good.
Danny Yen Into the Badlands.
Yeah, Into the Badlands is a whole different beast, man. Yeah. Yeah, they was trying to win awards with fight choreography every episode.
Every episode. Even when they ended it, it was like, okay, that chapter ended, but I need this. I think this. It was Game of Thrones level good.
Yeah, and it just
minus the last 2 seasons of Game of Thrones. It was
yeah. I know what you're talking about. We don't really talk about that. I know we're a little pressed for time, so I want to kind of rush through the next couple of ones, but I do want to talk about it. And that is a project that you had a little something to do with, and that is Love, Death, and Robots Volume 3. They just released another trailer, right? Unfortunately, I have not seen this trailer, so I cannot speak from experience, but I'm hearing that it's full of killer animals. Yo, can you give me some context?
I have no idea. I haven't seen it either, but I know it has killer animals in it. So this is exciting, right? Love, Death, Robots, and Animals. So I'm really curious where they're going with this. And I'm like, they mastered humans in the last Volume 2. Like they made humans look amazing. Like Michael B. Jordan has never looked that good ever on screen. And he sat in the corner half the time. But this looks amazing. So I'm really excited about what they do with animals and how they use animals.
Yeah. Oh, I'm definitely here for that. In case you're not really 100% sure regarding Love, Death, and Robots, it's an anthology of animated shorts that at least the original ones focused around the theme of love, death, and robots. And you got a chance to see storytellers really take some unique approaches dealing with that topic in the animated space. This is the third rendition. The first one is legendary classic material. The second one is very good. It's not as good as the first season, but it's still very good. So I'm very excited to see this third one. Let me see. Let's talk about, we got some people in the chat saying what's up. Let's see. Defunct said, the real letdown by both Marvel things this past week, but Raimi doing Raimi things really saves the day. This is in regards to Multiverse of Madness, which there's actually been some, it's been catching a little bit of heat regarding its PG-13 rating. Sam Raimi, the director, is a known creator of horror storytelling, and he puts his horror stank all over this film. And I mean that in a good way. I'm saying stank in a good way, because this is as close to a Marvel horror movie that you are going to get. It's being received in a lot of different ways. But the interesting thing regarding that is that some people are saying it should have gotten a rated R rating. Let's be clear. This is not for children probably under the age of 12. PG-13 is probably right on the nose, if not a little more harsh. Have you seen the project yet?
I have not seen it. So I'm going to see it this weekend coming up, and I'll let you know what I think of it. I know what to expect from it, but I'm really going to see it. I want to see the visual effects. What I have seen in the visual effects, so I won't watch any of the trailers for it too. I've kind of stopped watching trailers. Let me be honest with everybody. Chuck Gav is going on record to say, I don't really watch trailers. Trailers give away too much.
Right.
And I don't want to see that. I like the early 2000s where they show your trailer and all the scenes they show you in the trailer are never in the movie, but it upsets you, but you're happy at the same time. That's what I want. And now they show you the whole entire movie these days. It's like, Jesus. That's all you're trailer.
Yeah, and that's really evident in Multiverse of Madness. Like all of the big, really big surprises were revealed in the trailers. So you're actually doing a really smart approach if you really want to enjoy it, because I do feel like a lot of that was spoiled. Yo, big, huge shout outs to the chat again. Let's see. We got, speaking of Game of Thrones, how are we feeling about House of Dragons? That's right. There was another trailer for House of Dragons that dropped. Go ahead. Give me your 2 cents.
20 million per episode or some ridiculous amount of money per episode. There would be a lot of damn dragons in this show. There would be dragons just hanging out, people petting dragons, because the dragon is shrunk. So they would be petting dragons, carrying them on their shoulders. Dragons. I'm excited about it.
We've had this conversation so many times, and I've just been burned. I've been in an abusive relationship with Game of Thrones, and I don't trust the creators anymore.
Well, it's not those guys anymore, right?
I was scarred.
It's not those guys. It's literally, it is really George. George is behind all of it. So I'm quite excited about that.
I'm glad you are, because I am ye of little faith but I'm still gonna watch it regardless of me saying this. Oh, I'm showing
George.
up.
I think George knows he let us down by letting them boys finish Game of Thrones the way they finished it, and he needs to earn back our love and trust.
Yeah. I'll say that. I'll give him the opportunity to maybe try to woo me back. You gotta woo me though. Like I need to be taken out to dinner, full blown wooing. I need to show up to the house full of pretty balloons. I need you to hold my hand in public, George.
Flowers. I get it. Some jewelry, maybe a couple of necklaces.
That's what I'm saying,
rings. Man. Oh yeah, I agree.
Take me on a trip or something. Man,
I've never seen a ball drop so poorly.
That's what I'm saying, man. I feel like you even see Game of Thrones and I kind of flinch a little bit. That was bad. It's bad what they did, man.
It's disgusting what they did to us.
but even like the, you know what it is? I feel like it's an X. I don't want anything to do with. I'm done with. But every now and then, I might go over to look at the Instagram.
Wow.
And just be like, what they doing?
That's how I feel about.
That's how I feel about.
Westworld was my Game of Thrones. Yeah. Yeah, I think I gave up on Westworld. I'm in season 2 of it now. I said I'm not gonna finish this.
I can't lie. I didn't even start season 2. I didn't even start season 2 of Westworld.
I did because I love.
Because I kept hearing I heard so many crazy things, man. So I was like, I'm not sure. Yo, Miss K May, thank you. Said same. Hey, you feeling the trauma with me? Thank you so much. Drinking my Westworld by Game of Thrones. So absolutely.
We're not alone in this.
Yeah,
I don't understand. I bet you those boys should never get another job ever in Hollywood. They should never get another job. Where they dropped that ball. What makes it bad is, I know people that are really satisfied with the way it ended, like Travis and Leon. I'm like, what? No, it was horrible. They're very forgiving human beings.
Oh man, yeah, that's very true. I do want to take like a quick moment to have a serious moment because we had a passing of a legend. George Perez, the legendary artist of Crisis on Infinite Earths, Infinity Gauntlet, has passed at the age of 67. Best known for his well-populated crossover books, George Perez died Friday at the age of 67 from complications of pancreatic cancer. Perez's work defined superhero comics in the 90s and in the 80s as well. So over the course of the artist's prolific comic book career, he did his best to draw every iconic DC and Marvel superhero, preferably all at once in the span of an epic double-page spread. So he was born in South Bronx, New York in 1954, son of Puerto Rican couple who had recently moved to the city. He discovered superheroes at a young age, and comic books helped him learn English. So in 1980, writer Marv Wolfman offered Perez a job at DC Comics on the new Teen Titans, a contemporary update of the young team. So Perez felt a sense of ownership of the team as they worked together to revamp existing characters like Beast Boy and Robin, as well as introduce new ones like Cyborg, Raven, and Starfire. He rebuilt Wonder Woman's mythos from the ground up, honoring her feminist origins while updating the character and her rogue gallery for the present day. His 5-year run, with that book brought female characters into the fold as well, including co-writer Mindy Newell and artist Colleen Duran and Jill Thompson. So Crisis on Infinite Earths, a 12-issue maxi series that allowed him to draw every character in the DC comic universe against the backdrop of multiversal destruction. He returned to Marvel in 1991 for the Infinity Gauntlet miniseries with Jen Starlin and Ron Lim that saw Thanos destroy half of all life in the universe. So he had a big part in that. Then he brought both universes together in 2003 with JLA Avengers and massive crossover written by Kurt Busiek. It's always a horrible thing when you see an artist pass because we know we will never see that outlook again from their viewpoint. I've been talking a lot. Chuck, what's going on with this, man?
It's sad to see somebody pass, and he's 67, so that's not really old by today's standards. It is old, but it's not old, and his contribution is so grand, and we truly didn't give him the flowers he needs.
Right.
Like this is a man that made a crossover with Justice League with the Avengers. 200 characters in his whole series. So yeah, that's just amazing that you can bring that many people, that many characters, and you know the characters well enough to actually use them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Then he's an advocate. He's an ally for everybody, right?
Mm-hmm.
He just repped it. So this is interesting that, you know, we didn't probably properly give him his flowers, but he's done such great work.
Yeah, everything you said. And the ally part's a really big one. This is an artist of color. And it's interesting to see that, you know, he came from a space that was home and moved to a foreign land and then used his art to help him become a part of the culture, so much so that he even, you know, learned English through the art. That just shows a lot of dedication to your craft and love for what you do. That he learned from it, and then, you know, he allowed us to be wildly entertained from it as well.
And he drew Infinity Gauntlet.
Yeah.
Seminal piece of work.
Yeah. I know what we probably got, like maybe like one more minute, man. We got about one more minute. I just wanted to pick your brain about one more quick thing, and this is in your neck of the woods. We've been talking on and on about the platform that Xbox has been using regarding sending their content and getting ahead of the game in front of people such as like PlayStation and Nintendo regarding having access to some of their streaming services. Well, Xbox is now reportedly launching a streaming stick in the same vein as what is it? The Fire Stick, Amazon's Fire Stick.
Yeah.
I think Google has a Chromecast, I believe. These small little devices that you could just plug right into your television, and then you can access or whatever the content that is available. Well, with the Xbox stick, the content is going to be access to their streaming game services. You've been calling this out for months and months on end. Now we got some more confirmation regarding this is what's going to happen.
This is exciting. This is cloud computing. This is what we've been looking for. They put a little stick in the back of anything, and you take your controller with you. You can play it. Chromecast did it too. They're doing cloud computing as well, but Microsoft has that library.
Yes, they do.
And they got that library. Month, you get to play all of it. You can't beat it. You cannot beat that. $19.99, all the games you want to play. For those, there's a lot of people out there that don't like streaming. Like, this is right up Summer's alley, for example. You know, Summer is not big in streaming, but she's big in playing video games. This would be perfect for her.
Well, speaking of folks in the gaming sector, and hey, we got Catherine in here. Yo, what's up, little lady? She popped in here and said season 4 just got leaked, and that is regarding Westworld, I believe. I think that's what she's talking about.
That's interesting.
Big huge shout out to Catherine. I'm a super fan of her Facebook page. She always got some really fun and interesting posts. Let's see what else is going on. Let's see what's going on. I think we are about it, man. I know.
We have time. I think
we pushed it to the limit a little bit too much.
Push it to the limit.
Also, Catherine is one of the incredible ladies of Origins Illustrated. So another amazing property of the Geekish Network that you should be checking for and looking for. Hey, so I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this bad boy up. That's going to conclude the new segment of the show today. Thank you so much for tuning in. Shout outs to Digital Click for making us look good. You know, you see all this beautiful graphic design that's around us. When we look good, we have good streams. We have good streams. You come back. They make that happen. We use them. So should you. They even hook your marketing up as well. Big, gigantic shout outs to the producers. Rodney, my man. The voice in the sky. My man Chuck. Back on Players Holiday. So good to see you, man. If I could hug you, I would, man. It's just, oh man. Okay.
Been gone for a whole week. Yo,
if you're just now catching up to us and you want to catch us on the go, you hit us on podcast format. You can catch us on all the biggies. I'm talking about like Apple's podcasting, Spotify, you name it, we're on it. We're also still on Twitch as well. If you still got your Twitch, Amazon Game Prime account, like Amazon Prime account, which you should, you can connect to it. Costs you nothing. It means everything to us. You can see like the additional goodies we've got lined up on Twitch. Everything from cooking shows to gaming streams, maybe even possible tabletop stuff coming up. Yeah, you see me over here looking because it is really big and exciting news. Of course, you can catch us /Geekish Network on all the big platforms too, such as Facebook, YouTube. Make sure you properly massage those algorithms by giving us a thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed, what are you doing? Hit that subscription button so you can get this in its final form, baby. Yeah, I'm Sintel with the Intel coming in here, representing for the Geekish Network, GeekBeast, baby. Chuck, tell the people what's cracking board for you roll out.
Not much, man. Got to tune in tomorrow and tune in on Wednesday where we have a binge worthy, and see you later on this week. You heard it. Voice in the sky. Take us out, baby. We out this battle.